Hello everyone, I am having a bit of a bad hair day today, so I have decided to show you my reading journal instead of being on video. I started this journal pretty late in the game, just because I wanted to differentiate my goals from my initial goal that was just a number. I just wanted to get at least 52 books, and I met that in like May or June. So in order to challenge myself a little bit more, I decided to delineate those goals so that I have something to reach for in several different categories, I hope. So this is a list of all my reading goals, except it doesn't have all of them, as you will see. But I want to read at least 52 full-length novels, read 52 novellas. Not on here, I want to read 25 graphic novels and 25 short stories. I want to read at least 6 classics and at least 6 nonfiction books, and then the rest of the stuff on there is just for fun or for personal growth. For instance, it's always good for me to read more marginalized authors, so I make sure that's on my list every year. And I always want to read books that are already on my shelves because I've got so many of them, and I always buy in digital or buy new books. Yeah, it's a character flaw. So without further ado, here's a little peek into my reading goals. One downside to filming downstairs is the sound of that stupid water bottle heater. As you can see, I've already met my 52 book goal. I'm currently reading book number 55, which is The Revenant Gun by Yoon Ha Lee, and it is incredible. I have no idea how I'm going to find 52 novellas, but that is future Harmony's problem. I just decided this month that I'm going to do graphic novels, so I consider having done 1/5 of my goal to be pretty darn good. My favorite part, discovering a new favorite author. So far I have 11, and I will definitely be giving you a video based on each of the books that I've read for these authors because I have a lot of good things to say about them. I probably won't be giving you videos of all of the books that I've read, just because I have read a lot of them. Also because I don't like to say things about books that I don't like. I know that I'm a very picky reader. I will get super excited about a book and then get let down by the way it starts and then never finish reading it. And my tastes are not everybody's tastes, so I'd rather just focus on the positive. I will push past this pathetically short list of books I already own. Yeah, I've only read 3 series so far. I should change that. Here are a list of the favorite books I've reread. And the only reason that's so long is because I decided to go through Tamara Pierce's Emelon series. And my 2019 releases, my classics, I made it. My nonfiction also made it, and I'm still going. Now here I decided to break it down by genre just because I wanted to see how much of each genre I was reading and not just lump them into fiction like I'm doing on my online spreadsheet that I have going. Surprisingly small number of fantasy. I'm usually fantasy heavy and science fiction short, but that seems to be changing this year. I'm a historical romance writer, and I have read a pathetically small number of historical romances this year. That's another thing I want to change. And then here I start breaking it down by marginalization, just because I want to make sure that I read a lot of queer books, and I want to make sure that I read, if we skip ahead, a lot of books with disability and mental illness and neurodivergence. Obviously, this list can always be added to. I also have a little chart for my own personal use, just to see where in authors of color I am heavy. Obviously, I'm reading a lot of Black and Asian authors, and not enough Latinx authors and Indigenous authors, and Jewish authors. And here's the last page. The short stories that I've read and the short stories that I hope to read later on. So I hope you enjoyed that look into my personal reading journal. Feel free to leave me a comment and tell me what your reading goals are for 2019. Until then, happy reading.